Dear Diary, today I think I found something I can really appreciate in life. Everything before was just so dull and so broken. Nothing made sense to me anymore. It seemed like it was meaningless to continue. However, as of recent events, that's changed. And I'm glad it's changed. In fact, I think it's even great. My life has been so gray and boring before, and nothing mattered. What mattered is I continue on and apparently care for people that care about me. But did I care about them? It was a bit strange to think so. They valued me so much for a fake facade I was putting up all day. But I didn't even feel the slightest about saving their life or valuing them as a person. And I don't think I've ever valued a person as much as I have before I met this girl. I was reading a book going down somewhere, anywhere. Somewhere that would be interesting, more interesting than my house, my workplace, anywhere. And I noticed a girl. Now, nothing special really happened, but in my book, there was a character. The way this character was being described and portrayed, it really resonated with how this person looked. They looked happy, they looked fine, they were going on with their life and they were enjoying it. But they were very identical to the character, extremely identical to the character, and it intrigued me. So I followed this woman, and she does the same things as the character does in the book. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that this book was written after that person. So I went home today, and I tried to find them. It didn't take too long. I've known some people for some while. And it turns out that it makes sense that they're in the city, in this place. Almost like it was destined to be fate, that meeting this other person was just another thing in my life. But this time it was different to me. They were here for a reason, and fate might not have told her about this reason yet, but I know I will. Eventually. I just don't know how to go about it. As I'm looking back on my writing, I've realized I haven't really described what I liked about this girl. All you know is that she's just from a book, but that's also not what captivated me. As real as she was to the character, she had this finesse to her, this kind of dramatic glance, hair, everything about her just seemed amazing. I could list on about 1,000 things that I found that sort of pulled me in, but for now, we can just assume she's stunning. Or you can assume she's stunning. As far as this goes, I think I'm done for writing for one day. But there's something that's been keeping me up all night, and that's currently why I'm writing now. She was meeting up with this boy who also was in a suit at the convenient time. I was in a suit, and while I was reading my book, he was reading his book. And I don't quite like that. It's almost like fate is putting me up against my doppelganger rival. They look similar to me, but we do differ a lot. And I actually did some research into this as well, and it turns out I have unknown family relatives, which I talked about to my mother, and she said she actually told me about what happened. I have a twin brother that's actually separated from me, for reasons being that my parents got divorced early on, and they took, one side, and it didn't matter. They both wanted a child, and we were both twins. It seemed like an equal trade. Only seemed. So, I haven't seen my brother before, but I think soon enough I won't be seeing him at all. There's no way he's going to stop me, at least from as far as this goes. I just don't know how I'm gonna go about introducing myself. There's going to be a lot of questions, and a lot of bad stuff happening. I don't want to get into detail, but many terrible things will happen to many people. I'm unsure how this is gonna play out, but as far as I know, everything that's been happening up until this point of my life hasn't been good. And I need to change it. And this is my only chance. I've lost all hope in humanity, the world, and myself. I've only ever thought about myself, and that's never going to change. This woman must be mine. And I will go to any lengths to make sure that she will be mine.